Hey guys, Tizzou here, continuing my coverage of the Zotac 25. If you don't know what the Zotac Cup is, it is a European tournament hosted on the European servers. Anyone who wants to play in it can play in it as long as they can log on to the European servers to play the games. Here we go. Apparently TizzouSC hates something and he hates it bad. We don't know what it is. We can only guess. I assume it must be pickles because I don't like pickles either. Here we go. TizzouSC spawning as the Red Terran at the 12 o'clock position versus our hero Zerg, mTwDIMAGA, the only non-Terran player left in the semifinals. mTwDIMAGA hopefully going to move on. He is from, both players are from the European realm, as you would know because of the tournament. Taking a close look at the positions, and this is interesting. This is very strange. I'm following this Zerg. Why is he moving this drone out so quickly is what I want to know. Here we go. Overlord, it looks like, yep, TizzouSC is aware. TizzouSC knows he's here. mTwDIMAGA making no attempt to hide his positioning. What is mTwDIMAGA going to produce out of this? Very interested to see that drone come out so early. He really wanted to know where TizzouSC was. TizzouSC building that wall like he should, but this is going to be strange. Gas before barracks. Is he going for some kind of Reaper play, or is he going for some kind of Hellion play with a fast factory? Only time will tell. Setting on a scout. He's about to know exactly what mTwDIMAGA's up to. mTwDIMAGA up to 15 drones already, no pull at all. I assume he's going to fast expand. This could be dangerous, especially if he's going to go for some kind of Hellion timing push. Barracks going down. I would imagine we're going to see a fast factory out of this, but you never know. TizzouSC's finally getting a scout on, and mTwDIMAGA, he's not going to get the hatch down in time. TizzouSC just barely makes it. Oh, if mTwDIMAGA had just a couple more minerals, a couple seconds sooner, TizzouSC would have been the one watching that hatchery go down, but instead he's able to prevent it. And look at that. Stops it just as the drone is about to be killed with that second drone coming into the mix. Hatchery going down. About to throw on that pool, I'd imagine. Yup, pool going down. Where is my 60 HP? He misses the days when SCVs were OP and had more life than everyone else's. But now they're down to 45, sharing the HP with everyone else. Barracks almost done. Probably going to see a factory. Yeah, factory thrown down immediately. Is he going to go for a reactor Hellions, or is he going to go for some kind of other fast factory S build? Nope, reactor going down. Was watching that gas. As soon as he hit 50, threw it down, sending out a scout just to get more information. mTwDIMAGA's hatchery about halfway done. Pool about 3/4 of the way done. Not getting gas yet, and he's finally getting an overlord. It's interesting. Oh, there we go. As soon as I say it, mTwDIMAGA hears me, decides it's time for gas. See if he's going to go for a roach play because that's a late gas, or if he's going to go for some kind of speedling lens to deal with these Hellions. He knows the Hellions are coming because of this overlord getting perfect scouting information. SCV sees the expansion. He already knew that was there. And here we go. Double spine crawlers. Doesn't want Hellions getting into his base without him being prepared. Is he going to go roaches? I do not know. Hasn't shown any kind of new tech yet. Just finally getting gas under production. Sorry for not having the production tab up sooner. Queen on the way. 2 spine crawlers. No Zerglings on the field at all yet. Very interesting indeed. 2 Hellions being created. A quarter of the way out. Almost there. Adding on a starport, typical 1-1-1 build out of our Terran player. The only difference is he went for the gas before barracks to get that factory out twice as fast. Definitely kind of TLO-esque play because TLO likes to do that. And here we go. I like this. He has double rally point set up. This allows those units to be rallied to come out, because if he rallied them directly down there, they would go into his home base and just get stuck. Spine crawlers finally getting into position, spining into position, obviously. Here we go. 2 lings, 2 queens. It's going to be too much. These queens going to stop the Hellions from running by. These are going to perfectly protect this expansion. mTwDIMAGA again with a great defense and perfect timing on when his defense was up. He went for that early expansion, hatch before pull, and still had his defenses up in time. Taking a further look, he's got ling speed on the way, so not moving into roaches. 4 Hellions now, but those queens are just so much. Those queens take too many shots to kill. But look at that. That's very nice micro by TizzouSC, forcing that queen up in that corner. The queen is almost dead, about halfway there. As many shots as it takes, those Hellions were getting as many in as possible. Still getting out, still spawning larvae, I should say. Not just going for creep spreading, which is normally what you'll see in a Terran versus Zerg. Just taking a quick look here. Yep, 6 Hellions now. He is committed to Hellions. He's committed to them hard. mTwDIMAGA has yet to tech out of Zerglings. This could be very dangerous for mTwDIMAGA because these Hellions are just so damaging. And here we go. TizzouSC with a perfectly timed drop. This Overlord's going to know what's happening. But the big thing to note is the only thing keeping mTwDIMAGA alive was the fact he had that nice wall. And he no longer has it. 3 queens coming out. mTwDIMAGA, as I said before, he likes his macro. He likes his queens. best defense against Terran early harassment is generally queens, just because they're armored and they don't take a lot of damage like those. Man, look at the number of Hellions here. 8 Hellions, that's an insane number of Hellions. And those queens just getting torched and torched hard. The Zergling's not going to be able to do anything against that many units. Bring up these units, the HP bars just for a split second. These Hellions still very much alive. About to get into these drones. These drones running for dear life. What is mTwDIMAGA going to be able to do to stop this? I do not know. These Hellions are going to snipe one more drone, going to snipe 2 more Lings. I know they're going to go for these. Nope, they're going to move on out. They know that those extractors are not the best targets to be wasting time shooting at. Still more Hellions being produced. Jumping back to return base, we haven't seen it for a while. Reactor Hellions still going. Another, actually moving into Banshee, not getting cloaked yet, but Banshee's going to be huge. Let's look at mTwDIMAGA. Oh, mTwDIMAGA does have a layer, but has he moved on any kind of new tech? Not at all. Not getting a Spire yet. Not getting a Hydrogen. Not getting any kind of new tech. He really needs to move away from Lings, or these Banshees are going to be huge when they show up. Tarson still dancing these Hellions around, not allowing mTwDIMAGA to work at his main base at all. Just going to kill these extractors because there's something he can kill, and nope, going to go with those Lings, and here comes the Banshee. This could be huge. Bring up the units tab. mTwDIMAGA only has 1 queen. 1 queen. That's not going to be enough to kill this Banshee. This Banshee just sniping away at drones. 2 kills already on this Banshee, and the Lings finally getting surrounding these Hellions. Too many Lings for that number of Hellions, but this Banshee's going to do terrible, terrible damage. He waited too long. Why did he not just kill the queen right away? A little bit of miss micro. 1 queen versus 1 Banshee. It takes a long time, but you're going to win that battle. Here he goes. 4 more Hellions, concentrating on this Hellion production, but not going to drop them. Very wise. This is just too many Zerglings because they're going to get surrounding you too quickly. Going to drop him and try and get a couple shots, but look at mTwDIMAGA getting that creep everywhere he can and losing 1 Hellion already. And here comes the second Banshee. Is he getting cloaked? Oops, excuse me. No cloak on the way yet. Bringing up the production tab, we have, Thor time. He's going to transition into Thors, moving from Hellions to Thors. Very, very nice play by our Terran player. Hopefully mTwDIMAGA, excuse me for moving the camera so suddenly, will be able to defend this because I am a Zerg player and I like to see Zerg players win. And here he goes, getting that Overseer. He knows he's scared of some kind of possible cloaked Banshee with those 2 Banshees early, but very wisely, Tarson not getting that cloak, but just he showed the Banshees, which was enough to force mTwDIMAGA to get that. Overseer wasting 100 gas on that right there. 2 queens, pretty much the only defense he has going right now. Bringing up the income tab, 28 to 34. Very close matchup, especially due to mules. Units tab, 12 Zerglings, 1 Overseer, 3 queens, and nothing but that. He really needs to move into some kind of new tech, I feel like. But the Spire is finally done, so we're going to see more, mutas on the field any second now. Bringing up that production tab, 2 mutas being produced. He needs to get guys in all these gas because he needs gas to fuel this muta army. That command center set up right there, turning into orbital command. Thor is done. He's going to go for a Thor drop. Perfect timing to see that. I saw that medevac dancing around that Thor. I was hoping he'd pick it up. And look at that muta trying to snipe that, but no, he sees the Thor. He knows it's not going to work. Forced to back up. This Thor could do terrible damage if he gets into that Zerg base before that Zerg has anything more than Lings to defend his base. Army 70 to 60 in the advantage of a Terran player, not where you want to be as a Zerg player. And look at mTwDIMAGA doing everything he can to be annoying with these mutas, and that Thor is still just sitting in this dropship. We'll see what he decides to do with it. mTwDIMAGA is slowly clawing his way back in this game and doing a very strong job of it. Look at this Changeling just sitting here. He'll know as soon as he expands. And Tarson actually opted to go for 2 supply drops. This is very interesting. You don't see a lot of supply drops. I wonder if he just got behind in his macro while trying to micro into mTwDIMAGA's base so much. It was forced to drop supplies, but I could be wrong. It could be part of his build. You never know, because supply drop is an underutilized ability, and underutilized abilities doesn't mean they're bad, just means they're underutilized. Overlord just chillaxing here, prepared, knows that he's going to be able to see any kind of additional information once he decides to sacrifice it, and if he does. But there's a turret already here, so that's not a very wise option. 2 turrets. Yeah, 2 turrets and a little ball of Vital SCVs. Very interesting. But here he comes, pushing out across the field. Got 2 Thors in their dropships to give them all the mobility in the world. That's a nice ball of mutas. Bringing up the units tab, which would be the letter U. 26 Lings, 9 mutas. This is going to be quite hard for a Terran player to take, but this is a good number of Marines and Thors. Here we go, DIMAGA pushing out. His Ling's getting ahead of his Mutas, not the way he wants to do it. I think his Mutas are just going to be melted alive, but we'll know in a second. Transfusion's going off on the Mutas, but the Mutas just being melted like butter. I think our Terran player's timing push is going to be too much for our Zerg player to handle. DIMAGA is about to lose his Spire, losing all of his tech units, only has Queens and a couple of Mutas. I think this is a good game for DIMAGA. I don't want to see this. DIMAGA, come on, warp this StarCraft universe to your will and win this game. I don't think it's going to happen, but we will hope and pray for as long as we can. Still just biding his time, holding on for dear life. Here he comes, delivering the death blow. Our Terran player about to finish pushing in. Two Thors and a ball of Marines, just too much for DIMAGA to handle. Deciding to go scrap station. I'm about to cast the next game. I hope you enjoyed the first game. This was TizzouSC. Adios.